I'm just going to do a little video on how to make your coffee with your Nespresso machine. So obviously you've got the kit and you've got the pods in the kit. So when you order them online, which I'll probably talk you through, or you can get them at the shop, they come in tubes like this of 10. This is my one, it's a number 5, Levante. Wiggy likes a stronger one, a navy blue one, but it's not part of the kit that you've got, it's just a special one in the shop. Anyway, so golden rules: make sure that you've got water in your container at the back. It won't work if you haven't, and it won't work if your pod case here is over full. So this bit here is to catch any bits of coffee liquid, which is here. So I'm just going to tip that out, and this tray here catches the pods, and if it's full it just won't go, the lights flash. So turn it on at the wall and the 2 lights either side will flash. When it's ready they will stop flashing. So your coffee frother that sits here is like a kettle, so you want to make sure you don't get this wet underneath when you wash up. So just clean the inside. I'll show you how to do that later.
Maggie, shh, hang on, sorry. Maggie, shush, or Louie.
You get 2 parts to your coffee frother. We only ever use this one. The other one doesn't froth it up.
So this one has got a metal spirally thing around the outside, the other one didn't.
And we can't find it anyway. So in here is a little thing for us to sit on, and it's magnetic, so it just sits on there like that. If it's set on skew if, I can't even do it because it won't sit. If it's set like that it won't work properly, so you just got to make sure it's clipped on there. So you pour your milk, blue milk preferably is what you would say, but I use green. You pour your milk so that it just comes to the ball.
You can still see the ball.
If you cover the ball, it'll overflow. Okay, so just pop the lid on securely. It has a rubber ring on here which you can take off and clean, but just put it on like that and pop the lid on. Now when you
push it really securely so it doesn't.
Now the lights have stopped flashing, it's ready to go. You just push it lightly and it goes red. So that is now heating and frothing the milk, and it spins round, makes a little noise. If you held that in for too long it would go blue, and all that would do is spin the milk but cold. So if you want a cold frothy milk. Okay, so the pods go in the top here, sitting in here, and then you just shut the door. If you can't get the door down, it just means you haven't got the pod set straight. And if you couldn't get it to go properly and you thought you'd broken it, you just open it and the pod drops out and it hasn't been pierced until you push the button. So you can just put it back in, shut the door. I've only once made a coffee by pushing the button and forgetting to put a cup underneath. You won't do that again. So you either put a little cup on the tray here, or you can lift that up and put a bigger cup there. And you'll see that this all comes apart for cleaning because it does catch the little dregs. So ready. So by the time that's done, I've normally put the milk away in the fridge. I come back and push the left hand button, always the left hand button. See that milk's still frothing away nicely too. It's finished and the red light's gone out. What I do is I take this off and take that off and shut the machine off. That's the bit that Wiggy forgets to do, turn the machine off. Anyway, so if you were to pour this now, what you get is runny milk under the froth. Did you get that, Kay?
Yep.
Runny milk under the froth. If you keep the lid on and just give it a little swirl one way and a swirl another way.
One way or another.
Okay, thank you for the music there, Kay. So I just give it a little swish round. That should mix the runny stuff in with the froth, and then you have a thicker milk to pour, and then your froth at the top. And then you can
oh, hang on, it's gonna
stir it in. stir it in a bit. Either stir in some sugar or just stir it in a bit so it's not all, so it's all nice and smooth. And there you have your coffee. The only cleaning up part to the coffee is emptying this and wiping up any spills. But this is the most important. As soon as you've made your coffee with your milk, you need to rinse this out with cold water, because in the bottom will be warm milk and it builds up a residue if you don't get it off, and then it won't make the next one. So come with me to the sink. So without getting the bottom wet, that fill in, without getting the bottom wet, I just run the cold water around, I mean it doesn't matter if it gets a few splashes, around the thing without getting it in the hole too much. And then I stop moving it. You keep still. Use my finger to run it round the base of it just to feel any milk. With full blue fat milk you will feel like a residue, and you've just got to wash that off. And you can take the thing out and rinse that if you need to. And then I just drain that out each day on the draining board, and then the lid you just rinse. And like I say, you can take that ring off, just rinse it. If you do it straight away, it never gets dirtier than that. And turn the machine off the wall. Enjoy.
What?